it or not, they are back. Marcos.
They're back.
They're back.
Who's back?
Chris and Paul Rozo.
Welcome,
They're
guys.
back to the Sales Rally 2026,
Our
guys.
boys are back. It's good
back
to
in
see ya.
town.
It's good to see you guys.
You see the hat on this guy today? Huh?
Yeah, he had to
Lakers?
make sure
Yeah,
that
I
he
know.
one-upped us.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
of
like, you
course,
know
of
what?
course.
Yeah, I know you Miami
Screw
Heat
the
guys.
Heat.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm going with it. And he's matching it with the shirt. Oh, no, you
yeah.
really
With
slaughtering
the
it
body
today.
shirt. He has, look at
He's
him.
slaughtering
The
it.
jacket.
Look
He's
at that, huh?
Ricky Suave. He's got
Yeah.
the jacket.
He's
Everything
killing
matches.
it. He's killing it.
Stop it, guys.
Well, the boys are back in town. Sales rally is tomorrow at the Trump. It's that time of year.
Trump Doral.
At the Trump Doral. So
Are you bringing the van out?
I am not. Apparently. They didn't want me to park in the same place because I'm ruining the grass.
Well, they said bring. I think I read the email. It said, bring cardboard or wood.
But unfortunately, where they put the car to be parked, the van, then chances of that van getting hit by a golfer is like 99.9%.
Yeah,
It's
so-
right off the tee box.
oh, got it.
So I choose to not have dents in the
Right.
van.
So
don't
last
blame you.
year, last year, I was able to convince her to move it to where we had it. But this year, she said that the grass got torn up.
It really wasn't torn up, though. They're exaggerating.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
No, really, what she said that they have something else going on.
Yeah.
And all the items they have for the new thing is there, so they didn't have the space. So,
all good.
but you know what? The flag's going to be out there. Everything's going to be out there. We have some surprises. Can we announce why we're doing all this? Because PRMG turns 25 years this year. Congratulations, guys!
Yes.
25-year Rozo, Robert.
the founder of the
25
Feast,
years.
right? 25 years ago. So, so that's a good segue, right?
That is a
there.
good
So
segue. The
why
25.
did you? What caused you to say, you know what? I'm doing just fine. Thank you very much. I'm a partial owner in an organization at that point in time of your career, and you said, screw it. I'm going to go out and create my own panacea for originators. I mean, what happened? Tell us that story. How did you start PRMG? We want to know.
Good one. Good one. Way to start it. Throw it on me. Throw the turd in my yard.
Boom.
That's not,
Yeah. No, it's not a turd. It's not a turd. Actually, it's the best thing I ever did.
look at you have the three of us with you.
You know what? I do, and I have. I'm
been
super
here
proud of
More than half of PRMG's life. That's
Right?
great. That's crazy.
You're getting old
I've
too.
aged right before your eyes.
Yeah, you actually have. You didn't have all that
But
gray
you-
last
but
time.
You're salt and pepper.
Yeah,
That
I'm
looks good on
complete.
you,
It's
buddy.
more
It looks
salt
good
than
on you.
pepper, but hey, it
My
is what it
horseshoe,
is.
my horseshoe was much smaller back then.
My horseshoe.
I'm not even going
yeah, my
there.
little horseshoe right here. Like,
Oh, okay.
Well, you looked down. It looked like you were looking at something else. I don't know. That was odd.
That's what I thought. I'm like, my horseshoe? I'm like,
every
I'm
year.
like,
Leave it up to
you
Chris.
guys-
Chris,
okay,
it was
we're not-
rubber
you have to
necking.
go there.
Rubber necking?
Yeah.
Neck jerky.
Neck jerking. Yeah, now I thought we were going to talk about camels. I'm like,
thought
Chris,
that-
don't tell me you got a camel.
This one
can't
left
all
quick.
be inside jokes. Everyone's going to be like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
All right, so answer your question. Honestly, if I were to really, really think about why I did what I did 25 years ago, one word, legacy. Legacy, the organization that I was with, and even though I was a partner and owner, and I want to make sure I say it the right way, but it was one of those mornings where you wake up and you look in the mirror and you say, do I want to be affiliated with this 10 years from now, 20 years from now? And yeah, it was about my legacy. Honestly, that's why that's really the
Paul talks about that all the dang time. And I find myself, obviously, I can't help myself because I'm with him every day talking about legacy as well. But yeah, I mean, don't you think that's true? I mean, part of your...
Is that
you
a
have a
sign of
large
getting
group.
old?
I think
Is that a sign of me getting old?
Well, you're getting up there, right? You're catching up to me. But you have the same thing, right? I mean, you've got a group. I mean, why do you do what you do? It's part of building your legacy and knowing all these
Absolutely.
people are...
100%. I think ultimately, people that are in our position, and we're very, we want to advance, we want to grow our careers. At some point, it stops being about you and it starts being about the collective, right? So now you want to do more for others and help them grow, which is something that you guys done amazingly, right? Where it's like, because let's just call it what it is. You don't have to do what you're doing anymore, right? You do it because you enjoy it, and now you want to see others thrive, which is huge, right? And you don't see that a lot. So
Actually, there's we're going to be talking about something here real soon, and I know the word's going to be out shortly about a division that we're actually going to be calling the Legacy Division, which is my passion project. We'll leave that for another podcast.
Oh, a teaser.
Soon
I like
to come.
that.
It is a teaser soon to come,
Easter
and
egg.
it is going to be called the Legacy Division.
I wonder, Marcus, if they're going to invite you to their podcast room in California to have this conversation with the legacy.
There you go.
The inauguration event.
I hope
You
they
gotta
invite
go.
you. I really
As
do.
soon
Can't
as
wait to announce who the first person to be part of that is going to be.
I wonder who that might be.
Damn, a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah. It's
I'm
probably
excited.
gonna, I know it's probably
We
going to
gotta
be
hear this.
KP, Gary, Robert, the lady who keeps us all insane and keeps us in track,
Talking about Andrea.
Andrea Malice, of course.
Andrea.
That's Marco's
God bless
favorite, by the way.
Andrea. I love
Yeah, no,
Andrea. I think she's amazing.
Very blessed.
I literally,
I'm very
whenever,
blessed to be
very
working with her
blessed.
on a day-to-day basis.
Very blessed. I look at the way she handles herself, takes care of business, but does it in such a way that it's like, damn, that's a talent.
She
I
can
mean,
deliver. She can deliver a turd and make it feel like a like a diamond on a
100%.
cushion, like a diamond on a cushion.
dude,
And
every
let me
time I
tell
get
you,
off a call with Andrea, I literally go to Charlie. I go, that lady's very impressive, dude.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how
she's
impressive.
got a
Like
gift. I'm very, very lucky to be working so closely with her and by my side. So
absolutely, absolutely,
big blessing, big blessing.
100%.
So why are you still doing this right now? What is your legacy? What do you want your legacy to look like, buddy?
You know what? I mean,
Because you're part of my legacy. So let me
Absolutely.
just say that, and we'll be talking more here soon about this. But
at this point, it's very similar to what I just said. I want to help others achieve what I've been able to achieve under this platform, right? Where I've been very blessed, right? I want to now multiply that and help others that are striving entrepreneurs that are in our platform get to that next level, right? And help them. That's really kind of what drives me, because at this point, there really isn't much else. Like, where do you kind of take it after this, right? How do we now help the next generation of leadership, right? And that's kind of where I'm going with it.
actually, and you even say next generation of leadership. Do you know how many people we're gonna talk to, and how many people we have spoken to, who are working at, and I won't mention names, the big independent mortgage bankers, making these CEOs who are jumping off of helicopters into the water to their big fishing yachts, working for CEOs who have naming rights to stadiums,
Right.
that are going to do that, and ultimately building somebody else's legacy as opposed to their own. And that's what I'm excited about. That's my new mission. That's my new passion, just like what you're talking about. There is
100%.
so many people out there that are doing huge volume and don't have the opportunity to actually do their own. And this legacy, talking about legacy, is
Yeah.
what gets me going. And you being obviously going to be a part of that is exciting.
100%.
So how about Chris? Why is Chris still doing this? Because I understand he's got himself another beautiful place to spend the winters. He has a nice place to spend the summers. He has a beautiful
It's an
young
addiction,
lady.
I think.
Yeah, it's an
This
addiction. He has
also
his
becomes
young
an
wife
addiction after
next
a
to
certain
him.
point. It's like you can't get
Kids
away.
are all grown up. They're all on their way doing different things. So why do you take our grief?
Why do you allow us to pummel you on a daily basis,
Right?
Chris? Why?
Exactly. Chris, you need to do this a better job
Well,
of this.
and when
that.
you turn to pummel them, well, you get shit on.
I know.
Oh, I knew
I
that
knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
This
I knew it
guy-
was
Have
coming.
you noticed?
I knew it was coming.
This is like the big, the
Listen, he came ready.
5'10", and here
He came
comes
ready.
the 11 feet tall brother that I'm going to
came
beat
ready.
you down.
Right?
He's ready. He's
ready.
got them all chambered. He's ready to go.
Look, I give it to Chris because I do expect a lot, because Chris is capable of a lot. And so he's got broad shoulders, which is what I love about him, and he's still humble. But
Still got good hair too, by the way.
what's that?
Still got pretty decent hair though.
Not bad.
does.
I cement it in place every morning.
But at the same time, I will always come to his defense, and I know that was a little uncomfortable, some of the things that he's delivered. But it's the beginning of the year. You know what? It's time to step up, shape up, get it going, set the tone, and sometimes that people are uncomfortable with that. But there's nothing wrong being uncomfortable once in a while.
Well,
Sometimes
and
good.
I mean,
Paul's
how many
always-
times I've been uncomfortable?
Well, I personally know, on a very regular basis. But no, you asked me a question, I'll answer that. Charlie, I mean, candidly, this is my 36th year being in this business. From November of 87 as a realtor to today, running PRMG's retail division. And I feel like I still have more to offer. I have more to give. And I do love that word legacy because, yeah, at the end of the day, you spend more waking hours with your teammates than you do with the people that you love so much at home. And, yeah, at what point do you say, okay, enough's enough? I'm not there yet. And, you know, I want to, you know, I lost my business during the Great Recession. Let me talk about this for 30 seconds about legacy and about what Paul created 25 years ago, because I don't think people understand that. So many companies, if some of his old timers remember the implodometer, but I mean, thousands of companies, Shearson Lehman, 100-year-old organizations went out of business during the Great Recession. And by the numbers, the Great Recession was worse than the Great Depression. It's just that we didn't have the Federal Reserve, so we couldn't print money back then. But, you know, we printed money, created obviously TARP, and we were able to get out of that.
TARP? Boy, I haven't heard that term.
Fairly unscathed. But many companies that we compete with today started after the Great Recession. I mean, Paul Rozo spent tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars doing everything he could to make sure that this organization went through that storm and came out unscathed. And literally, we have no legacy issues as an organization. And I can't give props enough. I think that's probably I treat Paul and Robert the way that I wished I would have been treated when the chips were down. And so, yeah, I'm fiercely loyal because, yeah, I believe that the grass, as you always hear me say, the grass is green where it's watered. None of us are perfect. But damn it, as long as my voice matters, I'm going to bust my ass. I think that's what I want to still be able to give. I always say, if like tomorrow, if just one person is inspired between what I say, Paul says, KP, Arjun, if one person is inspired to kind of change their trajectory, that's pretty heady stuff.
I agree. But you know, you always talk about, you know, going into the sunset with Richie on your side, creating something for you guys. You know,
well, you know,
and we look at it, and
it's pretty romantic.
It is pretty romantic.
It's very romantic.
Not only that, but the chance to work with your son and work with them close like that. I would give anything to be able to do that. So,
are you trying to tell me to hurry up and retire?
No, I'm not at all. Not at all. No. Because then you got Ryan probably want to ask, you know, trying to get your job and all that. And I don't care for that. But I'm just saying, you know, is you talking about
how
that?
did Ryan come into this?
If anybody knows Ryan, like I know Ryan. No, just kidding. I'm just joking. He's a cool guy. He will never do that behind our backs. So no, on a serious note, you say that's how you want to end up, you know, building something to going forward. And that's great. That's great because you're building your legacy with your own son, which is great. And setting him to
Richie's
succeed in
rocking
the
it, by the
future.
way, with Abdel. Shout out to Richie.
Yeah.
And
you know,
Abdel. So is Andrew.
Yes.
With the gorilla.
Yes, the gorilla in the house.
We've been hearing news travels fast around here.
Boy.
Yeah.
well, you know, you can't. You know, Abdel is working so hard to be on kind of on the cutting edge, right? He wants to make sure that he is incorporating AI into everything that he does. And the guy is just a ferocious reader and implementer of this type of activity. So, look, I mean, I believe that he's an up and comer, and so both Paul and I are looking at our boys going, there's a lot you can learn from that discipline, right?
Absolutely.
Learn it early and
100%.
learn it often. And so, yeah, it's like, oh, hey, go spend some time over there learning what he's doing. And I think that's what's so cool about this business is that, you know, somebody could come literally as a newer person in the business in the origination space and spend time with you and pick up phenomenal details about how to succeed. Same thing with Charlie, same thing with Ryan. They could spend time with a number of individuals. And those are the people, obviously, that in my humble opinion, are the ones that succeed the most and have the most to offer the public and their referral partners.
I agree.
So 25 years in, right? That's a long time. That's a very long time.
For this space.
And
Through the up and downs.
Through all the ups and downs, you've weathered pretty much the worst of it.
Lost my hair.
You've weathered a lot, right? You've weathered a wait. You've weathered whatever we've been through for the last 3 years. Still here, kicking.
The last 3 years are
It's been, right.
I would say the last 3 years
Harder.
are probably
Worse,
tougher than
right?
2007, 8, and 9.
100%.
Honestly, I mean, the solution was paying your investors.
Yep.
And I mean, it was. I mean,
When was the
obviously-
scariest time? Okay, let's that point, because I don't know, man. When was the scariest time where you're like, holy crap, I've got to push all my chips in, and that's a scary. Trust me,
You know,
that's
it's
a scary proposition.
It is relative because obviously, if I were to go back in time and think of what I was thinking and feeling in 2007, 8, and 9, for me to say right now that the last 3 years have been more difficult. I mean, that's probably not fair to my old self, right? It's probably when I lost all my hair. But on a serious note, I mean, the last 2 to 3 years, I mean, 2005 was a nice rebound, and I am expecting big things in 2025.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said
2005.
2025 was a nice rebound.
Absolutely.
And I'm expecting big
Now,
things in 26.
what do you think? Obviously, you guys have been through a ton, and now still here, still crushing it, still modernizing the platform,
Yes,
Right?
reinvesting.
quite a bit right now. Where do you see the direction of the company going? That you guys are now building all that you're building, which we all know, right? People out there don't know; they will soon enough. But how do you see yourself and your position going forward?
How do I see PRMG?
PRMG going
Well,
forward with
being
the
a mod-
platform and
being
what
a
you're
modern
looking.
platform. I mean, it's
100%.
as simple as that. You got to stay current and without losing your identity. That's a big thing. This is still an effing relationship business. I'm here today because of my relationship with Charlie, my relationship with you, my relationship with all these branch managers out here. I just had a conversation with someone last night who literally said they did not want to come to the dinner because they didn't feel like they performed up to snuff. You know how much that broke my fucking heart? Literally broke my heart. I'm like, dude, you've been here for 10 fucking years. You are going to be at that dinner even if I got to go pick you up and drag you there.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
Like,
But that's also
the
talks
relationships still
That talks
freaking
about-
matter, no matter what we're talking about. I mean, AI voice, all the shit that we're implementing, Leo, all the stuff that we've invested millions of dollars in to be the current platform. In the end, relationships matter the most. At least to me right now, they matter the most, and that's what's got us through the storm for the last 2-3 years, and that's what's going to propel us to even greater heights in 2026. And there's some big things coming. I mean, we obviously we're setting the stage for a big move here. In
So the foot's on the
2026.
gas.
Yes.
The foot is on the
So
gas.
Foot's on
Chris
the
has an
gas.
adaptation too. So how do you see yourself adapting to these changes? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know you do a lot. You do a lot for all of us.
Don't
And you're
bust the
involved-
regional manager's
No, and
balls, buddy.
you're involved in 100 different things at the same time. So how do you?
Well, to Paul's point, I'm very excited, obviously, about. I want to make sure that I want to do my part to make sure that everybody understands, to Paul's point, that real estate is a hyper-local business, and that's going to be the best way that we compete. And the fact that our culture is one that Paul literally, I was listening to him on the drive where he's talking to this individual, and yeah, Paul became very animated, and the person was very humbled and said, you know, and I'm getting at 61, I get emotional easily these days, but it was nice to hear this manager just say, you know what, Paul, thank you. Sometimes I just needed to know that you care. And, you know, Paul can't be everywhere at all times
Right.
for 2,000 people, right? And so it's hard to hear that, especially as a CEO, even as in my position, it's like, man, I just wish you could reach out to more people more often. But there's only so many hours in the day. But with AI voice, with our loan origination platform, everything that we're doing to make sure that we're on the cutting edge of technology and being not just a fast follower, but an innovator is something that we are focused on. But you can't do that and then lose your culture where people actually know that you care. I mean, there are companies out there that do that and they grow and they do great business. But it's not who Paul Rozo is. It's not who you are, Charlie, or I am. It's who we are, warts and all, are emotional characters who want to do business with each
Absolutely.
other. That's why we're here. Now, if we didn't have those
Well said.
tools,
Well said,
then maybe
Chris.
we'd find ourselves being forced to make a change. But to have all the tools and combine that with the relationships where we can give each other a hard time, like you guys were just doing upstairs, razzing me. You know what? That's part of
That's
why
'cause we love you.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
and that's
because
why
they
I
care.
do.
Because we
Yeah.
love
I know it's called
You know
respect.
what?
It's called respect.
It is, and when
That's why I do what I do.
And I tell Chris, the moment I quit busting your behind,
That's when I gotta worry.
That's when I get quiet. That's when I'm tuned out, and so
I
Thank
tell
God
Marcos
for
that when we're in
15 plus
bed.
years, he hasn't shut up, so I'm in good shape.
That was weird.
did he just say that?
That is very
I mean,
weird.
you,
What did he say?
You
That
missed
is
his comment.
false.
That's what he tells Marcos in bed.
That's what I tell Marcos when we're in bed.
This guy's he's fantasizing quite a bit.
It's his hair. It's his new hairdo. that hairdo
Thankfully,
got me.
Lewis
man.
knows how
Super
to
weird.
edit certain parts of the
that was just
podcast.
weird. Why would you?
I love that new
Now I'm
Roman
uncomfortable.
Roman look.
Now I'm uncomfortable. No, but I love that. You said that you killed that. Like you said it, you couldn't.
That was a great
said
take.
It, yeah,
that was a
you couldn't have
great
said it
take.
any
That
better.
was a
Mic
great
drop.
take.
100%. Yeah, that's
That
a mic
was a
drop.
great take.
So I've had a couple of individuals out there in the market business telling me that they don't get to see KP as often as they used to before out on the road.
He is wheels up KP, but you know what? I'll defend.
They don't know. We've heard that remark once before. Hey, we don't see KP as much, or he's not recording as much as he used to before. And I said, if you only knew.
Oh, you're talking about the LinkedIn videos.
The LinkedIn videos and stuff like that.
videos.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That, KP was.
Isn't he really?
You went to the bathroom and you went in, and he was everywhere.
Yeah.
You go out to dinner first. Oh, KP. You went to KP. And everything was KP. So, and I'm saying to myself, well, there's so many other things happening behind the scene that I know he's involved in.
Yeah, let me just. I will defend him in so much as, KP. He tries to lead by example, and he says, "Look, if I don't put out the videos, nobody else is doing
He's
it,
100%
so I have
correct.
to do it." So he tries to lead by example. Number one, and number two, personally, there is no way in God's green earth if I had to travel the way that KP travels, that he chooses to travel, because Paul doesn't force him to do this, but he wants to make sure that PRMG is involved in all the different associations. He wants to make sure that PRMG is on the cutting edge of technology and is aware of every product known to man. So he goes to every event that this industry puts on, not every event, but more or less, it seems like he's always on the road. He travels a lot. And he brings back phenomenal information that oftentimes we implement that maybe it might be 3 months, maybe it might be 2 years. But a lot of the stuff that we're doing today, the genesis was KP traveling, coming back and sharing with Paul, hey, this is what I think we should be doing. And the two of them get together and the things start to fall into place. So, yeah, that's a difficult job to make sure that you are traveling
Absolutely.
and being away from your loved ones. And I also say, look, he's got 4 kids and they're playing soccer, and he's doing the best he can to spread himself thin. Maybe he can't be at the entire soccer game, but he's there, then going to another one, and then hopping on a plane and going and traveling for
People
a
ask
conference.
all the time, how does he do it?
I don't know how he does it.
People ask us, how does he do it? And a lot of them do know that he has 4 kids. But the amazing thing is, I'll tell you this, I've been in multiple events and conventions where he's walked in. And it's like a show. It's here comes the guy of the year. He's walking down. Hey, KP, everybody. Like, is there anybody in this place who doesn't know him?
Right.
And he loves it.
He does
KP,
love it.
you love it. Don't say no. You love it. Okay. Everybody's come up to him and
He's a celebrity.
And a celebrity.
He's a
So
celebrity.
and it keeps everybody's up fresh with PRMG because he is part in the family of PRMG. As a partner, he is ownership in PRMG. So it for me, I love it when I see him coming down and everybody sort of come up. Hey, KP. So he does it well.
Does he got? He has groupies.
He's got his groupies.
I think he does.
You know who
I think
who
he
has
does.
groupies? I'm one of them. Is his original partner that he brought on, Robert Holiday. Holy smokes, that Robert Holiday is a magician when it comes to the operations. That guy has got
absolutely.
Michelle and Vicky.
Who doesn't love him?
I know. And he's empowered the underwriters. I mean, I was talking to Mona Edick, and she just goes, I don't have to go to Michelle or Vicky. They've got me set up so great with my underwriters where I just negotiate with them and we get stuff done. Robert, I have to tell the story.
That goes a long
Leadership,
way, by the way.
Oh, it goes
I know
huge.
you're passing right through that, but that's huge.
The empowerment
That is
of the
what we do,
underwriters.
by the way, is we do loans, right? In the end, that is what we do, is put people in homes, do
100%.
loans, and that's where the magic happens.
Absolutely.
Well, if you guys recall at Leadership,
Or does magic happen when the loan officer goes out and builds relationships and busts his ass on a commission to get them? Where's the
that's
magic?
the beginning. That's the
Actually,
beginning.
I don't know where it's all
That's
just
the beginning of the
it's all
magic
just
trick.
a big magic
And then he makes so much money, he takes the family to Magic Kingdom.
Are you talking about Marcos?
He lives there,
I'm
but
actually going there on Friday. I really am.
how did I know? Huh?
Yeah, it's a long weekend. That's what we do.
He's due. He's due.
I'm due.
Your dad.
Exactly.
Well, I do have to say real quick, I thought it was so touching because we brought in Michelle and Vicky. Laura Roush is up on stage at the Leadership Conference, and I introduce Michelle and Vicky at the back of the room, and the room automatically erupted with all the managers, giving them a standing
that.
ovation.
Yeah.
And Andrew was sitting
And you
next.
didn't even prompt him.
I didn't. No, it was just
a natural,
boom, natural reaction
everybody
to
got
seeing
up.
them.
I mean,
What underwriters?
just think about what that says about the PRMG culture.
100%.
You've got nothing but leaders in a room, traveled away from their home to be part of the leadership event. They had no idea that you were going to bring out the national ops manager and the national underwriting manager. And literally, without you prompting them, without you telling them, hey, you know, as you always do, the great host that you are, MC, you didn't say a thing. But when they came out, I mean, everyone just stood up.
They were
and
excited.
Erupted. Like, what does that say about our ops culture, about supporting our team? I mean,
100%.
And kudos to whoever had that idea.
Well, and you know what
That
it
would be
says is-
Robert.
Yeah, that was Robert.
That
That's
was
what
kudos
Robert
to whoever
was
had that
saying.
It'd be
idea, because
Robert
that was a
and
great
Laura,
touch.
I'm sure.
Robert
That was a great
started.
touch.
Andrea was telling me that Robert started to tear up because he works. You know, you can imagine having Paul as your partner. Paul's a very strong personality.
Really?
Easy,
And
Tiger, easy.
you are, and so,
Really?
but that's a good thing, right? But I
Am I
know
not coming off soft right now?
you're very soft
very
right now.
Very
You are
trained.
getting
I
softer in
even
your
put
old
a hat
age.
on
That's
to cover
because
the-
of what we put inside the water.
Is that what?
No, my tongue's going to start hanging out in about 5 minutes.
Did you see the knobness?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, good for Robert. He's I was proud. And,
Shout
and
out to
happy
Robert.
for him. Yeah, exactly.
We,
Good job.
we all
Robert.
love Robert.
So,
Robert's
so
amazing.
I ask you another question, Chris.
Uh-oh.
So going down this year, what are you expecting from PRM, from your peers, from your guys, from your region, your district? Because you know what, let's put it together. Retail runs because you're ahead of it, because there's so many other things that happen behind the scene that we don't get to see, but you always have to take the time to deal with all of us. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about me, the branch managers, the LOs, because I'm sure that a lot of the LOs, when they hear a no from us or manager, they go directly to you.
Sure.
Because it's part of the, it's not, we don't take it personal. It's just part of the business.
Look,
Or they go directly to Paul, like I do. So, I mean,
I always so here's what I expect. I mean, from a numbers wise, I'm expecting 17% growth. That's what I promised Paul in ownership for this year, 17% growth, which is aggressive, but I know we can do it. And I think part of the challenge that I have personally, and this goes to what we we're talking about upstairs about, you know, sometimes coming across a little harsh at times. Some of it just comes down to the way you were raised, right? I was raised by somebody who was a very strict disciplinarian, and he gave no excuses for himself and therefore for the rest of us. And I think that's what's hard is I was that, some of you guys, you've heard me say this probably too many times, but for those that haven't heard me say it, I was that C student at Whittier High School, probably C minus to be truth be told, who had to negotiate my way out to graduate with the rest of my class in 82, right? And so by the time I started and I got my real estate license, I was floundering. And I was
Didn't you walk to
embarrassed.
school?
2 miles,
uphill?
yeah, uphill twice.
Both ways?
No,
In the
but
snow,
all
bare
kidding, no, all seriousness. So I do think it's important
In shorts?
because we have to stop making excuses. I think that's
agree.
this is a sales job, and so sales people,
Accountability.
yeah, you have to sell.
Accountability.
And I think what drives me batshit crazy is that I think, well, if I can do this, you can. And so if I've been able to succeed where I had the odds stacked against me, just because I finally just said, F it, I'm just going to go out and make more sales calls and get more no's than my competition. Well, then I see somebody who won't pick up the phone and won't go out there and call on realtors and is trying to find the easy button because the technology gives you that illusion that, oh gosh, if I can just get the right type of AI technology, the world's going to be my oyster. Bullshit. Pick up the phone and go create a relationship. This is still a belly-to-belly emotional contact. Otherwise, go work for some rocket as a headset desk jockey.
yeah, even an oyster has to be opened. So somebody's got
Look
to
at
open
that,
it up,
waxing
huh?
poitic Charlie.
There you go. So
Look at you with your Santa
you know,
Claus
you know, I
glasses.
want-
That was a quote.
I want to hear. I want to
Even
hear.
the oyster has to be open.
Even an oyster has. Yeah, it takes work. It takes work.
I like it.
So, what are you guys expecting come tomorrow? What are you expecting?
What do you expect?
What do you
of your
expect
sales
tomorrow?
rally?
Your
Tomorrow's
sales
gonna be
rally tomorrow.
fun.
Oh, by the way, guys, you know we do have a dinner.
Is the marching band
And,
coming?
yes,
did
we do.
lock
We
that
have a
down
marching
already?
band coming.
Got the marching
So
band.
I want to say thank you for all those managers who are going to participate with us tonight. They're going to go Amir
Emil.
from A1
Emil.
AMC.
Yep.
Sponsor a dinner for all the managers
Very,
that
very
wanted to come.
generous.
Yeah, very
Very
generous.
This guy
generous.
is amazing. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank
We
you so
didn't
much.
ask him either.
We didn't ask him. It's always something. I think he's creating a tradition. He did it last year.
He did it last year.
We
yeah.
had about 16. This year we're close to 30.
Nice.
Poor guy.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah,
He's not going to show. He's not going to show.
Where's the bill? Where's the other half of the bill?
Where'd he go?
No, just kidding. Amir.
Where did
We
he
know.
go?
I'll drink water, Emil.
So I want you to know that. Thank you so much for that, and thanks to manager. I know some of them have a lot of stuff to do because they're going to come back, hang out with us until late, and then tomorrow morning
Come back for the sales
go
rally.
back to the sales rally that we're going to kick off, and it's going to be fantastic. We got a lot of little surprises for the sales rally there. Of course, we have Chris,
The master
leading
MC.
Master C.
Yep.
Master of ceremony.
Paul will be on stage with him up there giving out awards and talking a little bit. And
But he has to leave the Laker hat in the hotel.
No, we can't do that. I'm not
accepting
sure,
the
man.
Laker
That's
hat.
I wore it just for you, bro.
And but I
He's been a
do
Lakers
tell
fan
you this.
forever.
I do tell you this, that this year we hire a professional director and producer, Marcos Cabral. I don't know if you guys know him, to do the videos. Okay.
Oh Lord, I hope my video
Until
lands.
I'll wait until you see his video.
You're talking about the
Be open-minded.
video?
I don't
You're talking
know.
about the
I don't know if it
acceptance?
landed. You think it landed, Lewis? I hope
Be
it landed.
open-minded. But
can't
you know
wait.
what?
I was trying to be funny.
It was
There
it
is
was,
a comment on there. Well, we have the disclaimer.
We have
I'm not going to say
disclaimer,
it.
yes.
I have a disclaimer.
So we want to
I
say
can't-
something
I
though, because
can't wait.
we never say thank you to those who deserve it often enough. So
That's true.
Kudos to Lewis, him and his crew, which is
stuff,
him
Lou.
and himself and I.
Crew. Yeah, his crew.
His crew is him, himself, and I. Thank you to his crew for everything that he did. He puts this together with us. We drive him crazy. He loves green screen, so thank you, Lewis, for putting that up for us. And then also to the ladies up there in California, which are putting your sales rally up there in California,
yep.
which they're behind the scenes working off.
Bi-coastal sales. rally.
Bi-coastal.
Yeah.
And then our
Pretty
ladies
cool.
here in Miami, Dolores, Gabi,
What a
the whole
job.
crew that is actually here looking at, doing the stuff that they need to do. Camila, who's, part of HR, thank you for allowing us to use her. It's going to be fantastic, guys. We have a lot of little
What do you
things.
expect from sales rally? Let me ask you.
you know what I'm gonna
you throw the
expect?
turd
I'm
in
gonna
our yard.
expect
Why don't we-
everybody-
Why don't we start asking some questions?
Let's go.
I'm going to
Let's
expect
do it.
for
what do you
everyone
expect
that
from
walks out
sales
of there
rally?
so fired up that we're going to have the biggest spring purchase ever.
I love it.
That's
I
what
love
we're going to
it.
have. I
love
think
it.
people are going to come out when they see everything that is being done. They see their peers. It's like everything else. They'll see the individuals who come up, which are sometimes a lot of them are the same individuals who were last year. You know what? I'm excited also too. Jordan will be there. Jordan's
Yes,
going to be
Jordan
able to
Preva.
talk about his Priva a little bit about what he's doing.
Brava.
Prava, I'm sorry.
Love it.
Prava. He's
Jordan's
going to be
coming.
up there. He's going to come up and he's going to actually talk face to face. Tonight, we're going to be able to meet some of the individuals who actually are working with PRMG, and the manager is going to be able to hear some of the
Success they're having.
success and what are they expecting from PRMG, which is what a lot of them need to see, because it takes a little work. It's not that easy. If you don't believe me, ask William Ledesma. We only see him when he walks in, and we see him when he's on his way back home, because he's trying to do whatever he does and put everybody together. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be great. But tomorrow is going to be full success. Otherwise, we wouldn't be committed to it.
Yeah. No, I hope everybody leaves with just one nugget because everyone leaves a sales rally pumped up, which is what we're supposed to do, right? But that lasts only so long, right? It's kind of like a balloon, helium, right? And so I just hope they leave with one nugget. I hope the featured speaker delivers. I hope there's something that Chris shares, that you share, something, one nugget, could be different for everybody, that lasts not just the helium level, which is what a sales rally does. Everyone leaves pumped up for a month, 2 months, and then obviously they got to find their own motivation to coast them through the rest of the year, their own why. But I hope they leave with one nugget that extends past the helium level.
Absolutely.
And we
sales
get to
rally.
meet Kasha too.
Yes.
Yes,
we've,
she's on her way here right
She's
now.
on her way. We get to
Yes.
meet her, which is exciting. Marcos experienced some of her marketing stuff already, and he was really impressed.
Yeah.
You were?
And you-
I am.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I love them. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I think it was the right hire.
Oh, awesome.
100%.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
We're doing
They're doing great
Spirit
things. Yeah, it's
Spirit
Spirit
Week.
Week.
Ah,
Just
we got
everything.
surprise for you
kind
guys
of
too.
felt collegiate, when they said Spirit Week. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped and I'm like,
It's part of the modern
Spirit
PRMG,
Week.
buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm like Spirit Week. How does that
You know?
sit? And then had a collegiate vibe to it, and I'm like, it's part of Sales Rally Week, right? So
100%.
it's cool.
And then one
I
more
dig
thing
it.
that we haven't really looked, Paul Aceto and his team with the new marketing attire that they have brought out. Boy, they stepped it up this
swag.
year. The
Yes.
swag is amazing. Go into the swag store, order your stuff tomorrow when you get up to the sales rally, because we're not going to have it for sale there. Go order some of the shirts.
We've
Yeah.
mentioned a
Happy
lot.
shops.
We've mentioned a lot, by the way. New LOP, new marketing. It's like PRMG 3.0 right now.
An LOP, for those that don't know, it's a loan origination platform, because what we're doing with Leo is not loan origination software. It's a platform because it's all encompassing. And where it is today at baby phase 1, where it's going to be a year from now is night and day. Instead of having 5, 6, 7 screens open, you're going to have 1.
Yep.
So something else, Paul, I wanted to ask you. I heard through, looking through numbers, and I was able to hack into the system, PRMG system, and I saw that we did more production this year in our 3 channels than we did last year.
Yep. A lot more. Yep.
And we did more than we did before we went into COVID. Is that true?
That is a true statement.
Back in 19 beforehand.
That is a true statement. But, like 25 years.
Exponential growth is on the horizon, my friend.
And we expect it. I mean, obviously, I hate to
What's
be,
your
I hate
analogy?
to be
Give
a
the
buzzkill,
football
but-
analogy.
But,
Give that. I love your touchdown analogy.
so ask the question.
So the question is why does it? What have you said to me when you and I have been talking about it? When somebody
Celebrating
in the end zone. We'll say it that way.
Well, act like you've been there.
Yeah. Instead of celebrating and spiking the ball and dancing around,
Act like you've been there.
Act like
and like you were meant to be there.
I
That's
love
the
that.
next shirt, Lewis. Act like you've been there. I love it.
Yeah, no.
I make a shirt out of everything.
No, we talk.
I make a shirt out of everything.
Can you get it done before tonight?
act like you're supposed. Act like you're supposed to be here.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Act like
I
you've
love
done it
that.
before. Act like you're like you're supposed to be there. I mean, I remember our 10-year anniversary, and everyone was making a big to-do out of it, and I was like, no, let's not make that big of a deal out of it, just because it's 10 years. Like, what did I think when I started the company that when I
I'll
got
be
to
here for
10
6 or
years,
7?
like
Yeah.
I was only going to be here for 9? I mean, like, come on. But I did succumb to the pressure on the 25, and I do think 25 is
That's a
very
huge milestone.
That-
It
Absolutely.
is
big
very
milestone
special.
for-
I'm really, really super proud. I'm proud to be surrounded by you guys. I'm just so proud of what we've accomplished.
25 years, and no legacy issues whatsoever during the Great Recession. Company's never had a penny in debt.
Great reputation.
I mean, phenomenal reputation. Single ownership, right? I mean, we have no hedge funds, no borrowed money. I mean, any servicing is 100% funded by the company. No borrowed, no sub debt. I mean, that's just it's an amazing when you know this industry and you compare it to your peers, larger or smaller. We're a unicorn.
I love the
Well
way
said.
when you pitch and you explain that, the way you get a little twinkle in your eye. I love it. You're adorable, Chris. You got a little twinkle in your eye. You almost make
Listen.
me want to shed a tear. I love it.
You and I have talked
You're
about
very
this.
passionate.
Well, because I've been there,
I
done
love
that,
it.
right? I mean, and I've cried on Paul's shoulders, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But there was, I'll just say this: been there and suffered during the Great Recession the consequences of having all your chips in.
Yeah.
So I guess me personally, I'm
You know.
uber impressed when somebody can manage their company the way that this company's been managed.
It's funny you say that because I think about this all the time. And I remember when I first came to PRMG and I first met Paul and Robert. They came down for the first, I think it was a Christmas party.
Yes.
And you were stronger back then than you are now. You actually have gotten softer with your old age. But back then,
Thank God.
I remember.
back then, I remember thinking, dude, what is up with this guy, right? Like,
Serious?
yeah, like you were like a hard ass and you were like, right? And I'm like,
He just looked pissed all the
he
time,
looked
didn't
pissed,
he?
right?
Yeah.
And I remember, you hated my bar though. Full disclosure, I had a bar in my first office and they hated my bar. It's fine.
He got that from Boston
But
Legal.
now, after 13,
bar, the
almost
bar.
14 years, I actually
globe.
put myself in your shoes and I'm like, I get it. I 100% get it. Being overprotective of something that you've built,
The nest.
I get it.
Protect
And
the
you probably
nest.
100%.
Protect the nest.
The whole protect the nest, you kind of understand that mindset. What you have put yourself through to get to that point, to get to this point now, it's astounding. Hot tip to you, buddy.
He told me when I
Couldn't have done
So
without
I
you
get it.
guys.
I
It's all
100%
about
get
us. It's 100% about
So,
us.
Chris, what would you like to say to all your managers out there? They're going to watch this because we're going to force them.
Good for you. Good for you.
What do you want to say to them? Looking at the 2026, just for those who wonder, when is it going to start? When is this going to jumpstart? When are we really going to be seeing that production? I can tell you right now, me looking at our region overall, our production as of last week is definitely up, and it's starting to get up and up. We're holding a amount of loans in there right now, our production that we haven't seen in a while.
I learned something from, and I'll give him credit. Cam Mirage at First Team Real Estate in Orange County, California. He told those of us that would listen to him, and I used to go to the top producer luncheon on a monthly basis, and I'd sit next to him because why not, right? And he told me, he goes, Chris, you have to create your own market. You've got to believe so strongly in your value proposition that you go out there and sell like you're selling the cure to cancer. And if you do that, the world's your oyster. You just have to believe in what you're doing and then go out there and serve. I call it serve for success, because the more people you go out there and ask to be of service, you're going to succeed. And so what I want from my managers is to believe in yourself, believe in your product, and go out there and stop keeping yourself a secret. This is a phenomenal. We make money selling other people's money with no downside risk whatsoever. I don't lose a damn thing. I might have to have an EPO
Speak for yourself
clawback
on the downside risk there, buddy.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You take on that risk, and so yeah. I mean, when you look at this, I always tell people, and sometimes I'll sit there and I think about it, going, "Holy shit!" Again, we make more money than doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs with no school debt whatsoever. You can come out of this business and within the first year be making six figures. All you got to do is be willing to be told no more than the competition. Most people get their feelings hurt. I'm like, thank you, Lord, give me another.
100%. Yeah. Guys, on that note, thank you for coming.
No,
we
thank
appreciate you guys flying in for the sales rally. I know everybody's excited to see you guys.
Bi-coastal sales rally.
They're very excited.
Chris and Paul
Even the hard ass?
They love seeing your face, buddy.
Yes, Chris and Paul
Believe it or
in
not,
Florida.
they asked.
You're also a teddy
Is
bear.
Chris and Paul coming?
Yeah.
Yes, of course they're coming.
in the
So
house
I
in
think I hate to
Florida.
break the
Excited
news
to
to you
see
guys.
you
I think
guys.
it's going to be like something you guys going to have to do often, because I don't think if you guys come down, we probably won't get anybody out there. It'll just be Marcos and his
I
5
don't,
and 4.
I don't buy that. But look, I have no problem.
Everyone's very excited.
I have no problem
Yes.
making that a tradition. But
That's funny.
And don't forget, you'll
do
be
not
back soon.
underestimate what we have on the other side of the country. We've got Robert,
Absolutely.
Kevin,
Oh, God,
and
yes.
Gary on the other side of the country, making this a true bi-coastal national sales rally.
Can we have one year Gary just take over and be the MC on there?
He would be.
That would be the
phenomenal.
most hilarious
He's
thing
the
ever.
guy. He's the
He
guy
would
that
crush
says,
it.
"I'm shy. I'm awkward. I don't want to speak."
Self-deprecating.
Super self-deprecating. But he is one of the funniest, best speakers out
He's
there.
the best. I think he actually does it on purpose. To
I think
kind
so
of
too. He
alleviate
lowers. He lowers the
No.
pressure on himself.
And
Hey,
then-
expect nothing of me, and then he over delivers.
And then he
But
crushes
can you
it.
imagine how much convincing he had to do to actually get Andrea Malice?
Did you?
Let's be honest, because he probably sweet talked her. He probably confessed her so much, and she probably said, "Are you asking me on the date?" Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll go.
He reeled her in. Did he not crush it at the presidency
Oh,
cabinet?
of course he did.
At the
He
PCAB
crushed
when he
it.
gave that toast
crushed it.
or
Of
that
course.
speech. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think
that
it
was
was a
from
dry
the
eye
heart.
in the house.
No, that was from the heart. That was from his soul.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Way to
love
go, Gary.
He's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gary's awesome.
Yeah.
Gary's
So,
awesome.
I want to tell KP that we're so inspired by your Hey Dudes. We got a pair. Just to let you know. We're going to try them out, because every time we see you, you have a new pair of Hey Dudes.
Dudes.
So
Hey Dudes.
we got ourselves a pair to
Absolutely.
see how it works out.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us again. Excited for the sales rally tomorrow.
Yep.
If anybody wants to speak to any of these beautiful gentlemen here, go to prmg.net/careers, fill out the form, and you can talk to this beautiful guy here with his blue eyes, and watch the twinkle as soon as he's
That's
mentioning
it.
PRMG.
When you start
Gotta
saying
love
I'm
it.
interested, I'm going to get all excited.
That's it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Later,
Thank
guys.
you.